Hello, and thank you for watching, everybody. Here is my video that I promised after reaching 200 subscribers or followers on Instagram. I know to a lot of you in social media world, 200 is nothing, but it was a small goal and the first goal I had. And goals are just a series of smaller goals to reach you to your big goal. I love hiking. I'm not ready to go out and climb Mount Everest. I will one day, hopefully, but just not right now. So 200 followers, thank you. So here's my video I promised you. This is me, an introduction. My name is Jenna, and I lived my entire life, grew up in the East County suburbs of San Diego, California. And I just very recently, in May of this year, moved to St. George, Utah, which I absolutely love. It was another goal and a dream of mine that I had, and I went for it and I attained it, and here I am. So a little background about me. I wasn't always very, very large, but I was never really tiny either. I was still active. I played sports. After high school, you know, I stayed at the gym. I ate fairly healthy, and in 2007, I got married, which was awesome. And then about 6 weeks after I was married, my mom passed away, which really, really greatly affected me and who I am today. And then about 3 months after that, my father passed away. And at this point, I was still working out and eating healthy, but I was very depressed. It was supposed to be the happiest time of my life, and I was screwed up. And, you know, I put on weight, and I went to the doctor, and I'm like, hey, like, I'm putting on a lot of weight. You know, I'm working out, and I'm doing all these things, you know. And he asked me if I was stressed, and I'm like, well, yeah, I am, you know. My life has completely changed in the last 3 months, and you know, and he's like, well, it doesn't matter how hard you try, how much you work out, you're gonna gain weight. You gotta control your stress. And I never really thought about it until now, but I think that really like screwed me up, because I'm like, oh, that's cool. It doesn't matter how hard I try, like, I'm screwed anyways. Because, you know, you can't always control how you feel. Like, it's something you really, really, really got to work at. And even putting forth 100% effort, you know, depression, it's hard. So, anyways, I put on about 100 pounds. Sorry about that random pause. My dog was barking, and I wanted you guys to be able to hear me. So, I think where I was at was, after all that stuff happened, you know, I gained about 100 pounds, and then I finally knew I was ready for a change. I wanted to do something about it, and then this amazing program became available to me for me to work out at no cost with some amazing personal trainers in this group classes. I guess it's a similar style to CrossFit, but it's different. And these trainers were absolutely amazing. I still keep in contact with, you know, my trainer to this day. You could go follow him on Instagram and YouTube if you want. Ron Casper, BJJ, I think it is. Yeah. Anyways, so I started training with him, you know, eating healthy. It was hardcore. I would wake up at 3:45 in the morning and go running, go to work all day, go to these classes that were really intense, go home and even go to another class later that day. And I dropped, I think, about 50 pounds at that point. And everything was going great, and then, boom, I just hit a brick wall. I was doing everything I was supposed to, working out harder and harder and harder, adjusting my diet, adding things, taking things away, and I just could not lose any more weight. And so I just, you know, I got sick, and it was hard for me to work out, and then I just quit. You know, I just lost motivation. I just quit. And I gained all that weight back plus another 20 pounds, I think. So I was up 70 pounds. And then I was just fed up again, you know, and I'd really, literally tried everything. And I'm the kind of person, like, you know, some people, they think, you know, you just count your macros, or, you know, you just work out a little bit and you'll just lose all this weight. And for some people, that's true, you know. And for some people, it's hard. Their body does not respond. And you might think that that's bullcrap or whatever, and that's fine with you. You know, you're welcome to believe whatever you want. But I know myself, and I know how much effort I put forth, and I know, you know, what I do, and that I've done absolutely everything, and it'll work for a while, and then it just won't. And this part I wasn't going to share with you, or I wasn't sure if I was going to share, because I know, you know, some people are going to think what they want, but I was at the point where I was going to do absolutely everything, anything possible to do this. And so I had VSG surgery, vertical sleeve gastrectomy. And so I got that done. Prior to the surgery, I lost about 20 pounds on my own. And then with the surgery, I mean, I bounced back like a champ. I was ready to do this. Within the hour of surgery, I was, you know, walking around the hospital. After returning home, like that day, I was going to the store, doing all these things. As soon as I was cleared to work out, I was working out. I followed my diet to a T. Everything, you know, for the first week, do this. For the second week, do this. For the third, fourth, fifth week, do this. I did everything. And so I lost 20 pounds before, and then I lost about 40 pounds in the first few months, and then just boom, brick wall again. And I tried, and I tried, and I tried, and I tried, and I did everything this list was telling me to do, you know, and my body doesn't respond well to carbs. Like, some people, they could eat carbs and count their macros and count their calories, and they're fine, but I can't. That's just how it is, you know. And so I, you know, cut out most of the carbs, and I was eating proteins, you know, eggs, cottage cheese, lots of vegetables, lean meats, and just boom, nothing. The next 6 months, I was able to lose another 10 to 15 pounds or so. And that puts me at, you know, right about now in time. I'm a year out. And, you know, from what I've been told is, you know, you have a year to lose weight. And after that, it's just like anybody else. I unfortunately only had a few months, you know, 4 or 5 months or so that I was losing weight. And I could eat now more, you know, than previously. But not as much at where I was pre-surgery, but still, you know, a decent amount. Certain things fill me up really, really quickly, and then certain things I could eat a lot more of, like, you know, cottage cheese, eggs, things like that. If I eat proteins, chickens, stuff like that, it's not as much. If I eat like things I really shouldn't be eating, like bread and stuff, it just gets, you know, bloats me, and, you know, I get full really fast, but I should be eating those, and, you know, 99% of the time I don't anyways. So, then, you know, a few months ago, I moved up here to Utah, and, you know, I was really, really wishing, you know, like, dang, I wish I had my old gym back, my coach back, the girls I worked out with, and, you know, I want that motivation again, that support system, because that's really important to working out. You got to be mentally ready. If you're not ready, like, it's not going to happen. And, you know, I'm not saying don't start unless you're not ready. You could start, and sometimes it'll just click, and you'll be ready, you know. And, you know, sometimes, you know, it won't happen, but it's definitely struggle. It's something I struggle with every single day of my life. And so, you know, I started hiking a lot. This place is amazing. If you like hiking, I can hike a different trail every single day of my life and still not see everything that's out here. So, I decided, you know what? I'm just going to start documenting everything. I started by following a lot of people on Instagram, you know, looking at their journeys, and, you know, I'm like, you know what? I'm really introvert, believe it or not. I'm really shy, and it's not really like me to put out videos of myself online. People have always told me I'm an inspiration. I hated that. I hated it. Because I'm like, I'm a failure. How am I an inspiration if I'm a failure? That's what goes on in my head. And so, you know, I didn't like that. I didn't like the attention. But you know what? Like, it's just steps. You gotta follow these steps to get to your main goal. And I'm nowhere near where I want to be, but I'm much further than I used to be. And, you know, this weight's coming off slow. I'm putting in a lot of effort, but, you know, I'm not going to give up. I have more goals and more goals that, you know, I want to achieve, not just in my body image and my size, but, you know, I want to use my story to help other people as well, because, you know, my size or not, like, I do love fitness, and that's something that I want in my near future. I also love cooking, so I could use those tools and my skills to help other people like that as well. And I don't know, that's all I really have to say. So thank you for watching, and I know it's so annoying when YouTubers say this, but please subscribe, because I need at least 100 subscribers so I could start, you know, make my own URL, you know, that will be, you know, my name, Jenna Unleashed. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your support. Let me know if you have any more questions. I'd love to answer them. I'd love to hear from you. All right.